and gentlemen, before we even get started, let's appreciate Titanic Band, everybody.
Thank you. So much.
Titanic Band, everybody. Yeah, Titanic, very talented guys.
Thank you so
Titanic, don't sink, guys. You're talented, don't sink. And I want you guys to know that we're making history today because you guys are the inaugural, what I hear? Yeah, you guys are the inaugural audience of the MV Talks. Let's appreciate yourselves. You're the inaugural audience, MV Talks. It's history being made today. We're going to talk about things media viability. We're going to talk about the hows, the whens, the why, dissemination of information, and how to make money out of it. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm happy to be your host for the inaugural show. Yeah! Host of the inaugural show. I'm happy to be the guy up here when we are launching. And before we get started here at the MCI, I need someone to kick us off. I'm going to have a couple of people that are going to come up here and we have conversations about media viability, yeah? A number of them you'll know when we start. Catching us live on Zoom. Let us appreciate the guys on Zoom. The guys on Zoom, we love you very much. You're catching us live, yes. We're coming live from Kabalagala here at the MCI Hub. But before we kick this off, there's a guy I need to introduce to you. This guy featured on CNN African Voices. Let's first clap for that, man. That's crazy, man. This guy was highlighted in President Obama's lecture at Mandela 100 in South Africa. A hand clap, guys. This guy is I'm proud to know this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, the team leader, CEO and co-founder of the MCI. Ladies and gentlemen, Mpindi Abbas. Hey! Hey! Happy to see you, man. Mpindi Abbas. Hey!
All right. Good evening. Good evening. How are you doing? Someone made a joke yesterday that I was going to talk about my granny. So I promised that I will not. But since I've already done it, so it doesn't count. So my name is Abbas Mpindi. I work as the CEO of Media Challenge Initiative. It's a pleasure to have you here for our first ever media viability talks. This is a beautiful event to really get ourselves together as journalism, as a media industry, to come and interact and get to know what's going on in the industry. But also, let me get this mask off really. But also to get to see what are some of the innovations that young people are working on. So there is a story that I wanted to share. I have a friend in South Africa, and recently we're having an interaction, and he shared one thing. There is a direct correlation between GDP of a country and storytelling. And this is how it works. For most entrepreneurs that get media attention, or their stories are told in media landscape, they get funding. And after a long time, if you track those entrepreneurs that got their stories told on CNN, on social media, everywhere, you realize that there is really a direct relationship between their survival or thriving in the industry compared to those that don't get their stories told out there. So we wanted to use this platform to make sure that we not only understand the power of storytelling, but the power of innovation when it comes to media for information for public good. So this is one of its kind. We will continue to do media talks, and we'll have, I think, 3 more coming up in this year. So our hope is that after this one, we will give it away to the public and see who else wants to support so that we can continue to have this event, at least maybe twice a month or even more. I want to thank our funders, DW Academy, Aga Khan University in Kenya, who are the prime funders for this program. And I also want to welcome all of you to the Media Challenge Initiative, MCI Media Hub. And this is important for me because to get all of you to come here on a Wednesday is not something we take for granted. So I appreciate, and I don't want to take a lot of time because we have Uncle Mo right here lined up for you with other panelists. So thank you so much, Uncle Mo. Over to you.
Man. Thank you very much. A big hand clap to Abasi. Yeah, this guy decided to become everything my parents told me to become, but I didn't. How do you live with yourself?